English language part 2. Okay, so we continue from where we left off. Now for paper 2, it starts off with grammar close. Alright, so the passage requires you. Okay, so what this requires you to do is you've got to read the passage carefully, and then you've got to choose the words given in the box. And each word can only be used once. You are supposed to write the letter A to F in each blank and not the word. Alright, let's first read, okay, the close in its entirety. So I love to eat chicken rice. I often walk blank the river to buy a packet of chicken rice. My favorite blank, my favorite chicken rice stall. Once I tried to cook it on my own. I put too much ginger, blank, a pot of rice, and it tasted horrible. Sometimes I go on a food hunt, blank, my friends. We hope to find the best tasting chicken rice in Singapore. Okay, so the first one would be I love to eat chicken rice. I often walk. You often walk. What the river? What do you think the clue is here? The river is the clue, right? So I often walk. You walk between the river? I don't think that's the correct answer. Yes, you walk along the river. So A is the correct answer here. Therefore, you write down here A. All right, to buy a packet of chicken rice. To buy a packet of chicken rice, my favorite chicken rice stall. So where do you buy a packet of chicken rice? From my favorite chicken rice stall. So that's C. Once I tried to cook it on my own. I put too much ginger, blank a pot of rice. Where do you put the ginger? So here is your clue. Your clue is put. You put ginger where? Oops, sorry. Where do you put the ginger? Hey, it's not highlighting. Okay, where do you put the ginger? I put too much ginger in a pot of rice. So that would be D. And it tasted horrible. Sometimes I go on a food hunt. With whom do you go food hunt with? Okay, this is your clue, my friends. You go on a food hunt with my friends. So that would be option F. Okay, so we hope to find the best tasting chicken rice in Singapore. All right. Okay, that's for your grammar close. That is one passage. You have the second passage. So the second passage wants you to underline the correct word. All right, so now you've got to underline. So I will be highlighting the correct word. I will be highlighting the keywords and underline the correct words. Okay, so first we read the passage in its entirety. Healthy living is important, regular exercise, and healthy eating is some of the ways to keep fit. Many community centers offers classes that educate people on how to prepare healthy meals. Other than that, people often forgets that sleep is important too. During sleep, the body repairs itself. With enough rest, people will have sufficient energy for the next day. Now, there are some words that I want to go through here with you. Words like sufficient. What does that mean, sufficient? Sufficient means enough. Okay, so with enough rest, people will have enough energy for the next day. So if you can just write that down, sufficient means enough. Okay, now healthy living is important. We're going to highlight our keywords now. Regular exercise and healthy eating. Now, these are two things, regular exercise, healthy eating. They are two things, okay? And also the word ways here shows us that they are describing two things. So we use the plural form, which is are. Okay, so are some of the ways to keep fit. Now, many community centers many community centers, not just one, plural as well. So many community centers offer, okay, oops, not this one, offer, okay, offer classes that educate people on how to prepare healthy meals. Other than that, people often, now people, we're talking about more than one. So if it's more than one person, you have to use without S, okay, without S. So that is forget. People often forget that sleep is important too. During sleep, the body, now the body, we're talking about one particular body, right? The body, it does not say the bodies. So the body repairs. Now it's singular. So if it's singular, you use the verb with S. The body repairs itself. Okay. All right. All right. Let's move on to the next part of the paper. Now, as usual, if you have grammar clues, we also will have vocabulary clues. Okay, so we're back at our vocabulary clues. Now, similarly for vocabulary clues, we are going to read the passage in its entirety. All right, so it was Henry's last day of school as he was moving to Australia for his studies. As Henry had always been very helpful, his classmates wanted to show their blank. After much discussion, they blank to throw a farewell party for him. They had also planned a performance using musical blank, such as violins and recorders. On the day of the party, the musical performance was so blank that Henry clapped and cheered. When he was presented with a blank which he could wear whenever he felt cold, he was moved to blank. Henry was very blank by all the attention. He promised that he would visit his friends and share his blank the next time he returned to Singapore. He thanked them for their kindness. Okay, now let's take a look at the keywords first. All right. Let's go through the words first. Okay, so we've got appreciation. So appreciation is, you might want to write this down. It's appreciation means that it's basically a noun for the word appreciate. Okay, so appreciate means you thank, okay, or give thanks to something or someone. All right. B, decided. C, experiences. D, flattered. So if you're flattered, that means you are um, touched by what a person says. Oh my. Okay, so all right. So the word D, flattered. Flattered means to feel pleased or honored from by what someone says about you. All right. So E, we've got hopeless. F, impressive. So if you're impressive, so if something is impressive, it means that it means that so if something is impressive means something is very it's okay, another informal word to use would be awesome. Okay, something cool. Like wow, that's so cool. That's so impressive. Okay, G, instruments. H, jacket. J, outnumbered. So if you're outnumbered means for example, if let's say you're going on a war, for example, and then you've got 313 soldiers on this side and 1,000 soldiers on the other side. So that means the 313 soldiers are outnumbered because there are more soldiers on the other side. Okay, and then K, we've got refused. So if you refuse to do something means you do not wish to do it. Yes, so refuse just means you don't want to do something. Okay, L, souvenirs. So souvenirs, you can say, like you go overseas, you want to get a few, say, gifts. Okay, for people back at home. So those are called souvenirs. All right, M are tears. Okay, so let's take a look at what keywords to highlight. Right, so as Henry had always been very helpful, his classmates wanted to show there because he's always been helpful. because of his helpfulness. They wanted to show their appreciation. They want to show that they appreciate Henry for who he is. So that's A. After much discussion, so after they've discussed and discussed and discussed, they've decided to throw a farewell party for him. So they had also planned a performance using musical. Now, this is interesting because musical what? Such as violins and recorders. So these are considered musical instruments. That's right. So G. Okay, on the day of the party, the musical performance was so cool. What's another word for cool? So impressive, so awesome. So that's F, right? Okay. When he was presented with something which he could wear. So this is the clue here. He could wear it. He could wear it whenever he felt cold. So this is for blank 33. So what was it that he was presented with that he could wear? There's only one item that he could wear, a jacket. That's right. So that's H. All right, H. And he was moved to. So when somebody is so touched, okay, by something, they're always moved to tears. They will always cry. Okay, not because they are sad, but because they are touched. So Henry was very what by all the attention. He was very, like I mentioned, he was very touched. He was very pleased. So what's another word for touched or pleased? Flattered. That's right. So he was very flattered by all the attention. So the clue would be all the attention. So if everyone gives you a lot of attention, you feel very pleased, you feel touched. He promised that he would visit his friends and share his. What can you share in this case? Now, if you're thinking of souvenirs, you don't share souvenirs. You give souvenirs, right? You gift it. So share would be experiences. He would share his experiences. So that would be C. Okay, that would be option C. So the next time he returned to Singapore, he thanked them for their kindness. All right, that's for your vocabulary close.